this game. Been looking forward to it all week. We have waited patiently and sometimes impatiently, and the moment is finally here. Time to kick off a new season. He'll bring it out. It's John. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. On the run, fires downfield. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma State. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously, some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
And this quarterback hasn't been able to find his rhythm on his first two throws. 3rd and 10 coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Mendez. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
How about that call? Right around midfield, 4th down on your opening drive. So you run the football and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
The Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. They go to the ground. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time late in the season.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
And the Cowboys are marching down the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
Here we go.
Power football with the run. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short.
Here we go.
To the ground, try to move the chains. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Here's the handoff. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12, and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance.
Intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a 1st and goal?
Spider. 4-2 Spider.
And so after the scintillating return, just don't mess it up. You've got to cash this in for a score. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And it takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, showing some glimpses of why they can become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll run this play from the pistol. Running back searching for a hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
They'll try the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Makes the grab. At the 35, he's open. Oh, there's an alley to the left. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got it out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. He's in for the touchdown.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Fielded in the end zone. It's John. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the big tackle.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. He's got his man. Makes the grab. Building momentum. Picking up the chunk of yardage. Moving the chains out to the 34. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
The give on the inside. Got the first down and still on his feet. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
The Cowboys with the 1st and 10.
Okay, let's make some good calls, offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's John. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Punt is in the air. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Lacy. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a 1st down. They'll leave it with him. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Oklahoma State has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Finds a soft spot in the middle. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
It is deafening in here. The paddle people going to work. 3rd down and a big one for the Cowboys. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody to dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Hauls it in, looking for space. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
And the Cowboys will snap it on 1st and 10.
Green 25.
They'll toss it to the left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The Cowboys with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Right down the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking left. Finds his man open. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Right. Second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Turning it on. Made a defender miss. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and I just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
And the Cowboys will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Cowboys! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. On to attempt the try. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time. But when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip into the secondary, make that big play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Swings it out to his running back. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and kick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. It's complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's why you got to study your playbook. For all young quarterbacks out there watching, you're not always going to be able to throw it to the intended target. You've got to know where your check down options are because you're going to get hit at some point. You've got to be able to get rid of it. Nice job understanding the playbook.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Grab near the marker. It's Lacy. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Huge play puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. It'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a 1st down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Ready to stay ahead of the chains.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
On 2nd down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the 1st down on 2nd down. We don't need 3rd downs.
This is a design run. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Out of the gun, the inside give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He makes the grab. Bounces into the end zone for a touchdown.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's John. Still on his feet at the 35. Wide open on the right. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! Once he got some room, it was over.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole 1st half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And he made and it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Wants to throw on first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Lacy. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
They're going back to the ground. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. Takes a snap, wants to throw. It's complete to the right. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. They've got the first down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run the counter. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Cowboys will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quickly to the tight end. That one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Off-play action on first down. Pressure coming. Out of the backfield, he's open. Oh, he's got some space. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Out of the gun. The running back has it. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Breaks the tackle. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Man, is this place loud right now. The Cowpoke faithful bringing it on 3rd down. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down distance like that, comes up with a huge 1st down.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They just keep firing. Wide out trying to get it in. He's in for the score. Touchdown. PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's John. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
29, Phil.
They'll go to the ground. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Catch in the middle, it's John. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
There he goes. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down.
Well, we see another catch by by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They'll give him one to the 28-yard line.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play. And the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
They go to the draw. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Smashes it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UTSA has been blitzed from the opening kick. And as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. They're trailing by 18 to Ohio State. That's where things stand right now. And, of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And now this offense will take the field again. From the gun. Give on the inside. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off. big reason why they're winning this game.
Make them kneel.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete on the right side.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
He'll do it himself. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Blasted as he lets it go. Reads it, fires complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires into the end zone. He's got it and just sashays into the end zone for the touchdown. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Fielded in the end zone, it's John. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Quarterback empties his backfield. They want to throw it. The screen, he can go. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
So now it's second and long. They'll give it to the back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And that was a big-time stop defensively. Being physical, creating a negative play on that last run. Now you're setting up third down. This is the critical time. You've got to find a way to get off the field. You're trailing late in the game. Give it back to your offense to go see if they can score.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. He might want another play. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires to the right. And it's incomplete on third down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Cowboys will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the Colts. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast, you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in the play immediately.
He's got the back in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Got his man on the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Sometimes it's easy for the receiver to get lost running a drag through all that traffic, Jesse.
Yeah, and this is a receiver too, Reese, who's dangerous once he has the football in his hands. So I like the idea on offense of trying to get this guy the ball quickly to see what he can do out once he has it.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The give to the back. Runs for the tackle. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
The give to the back. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. The play action fake. He'll throw it. Got his man quickly. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Trying to power to the goal line. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. On the move. And he plows his way into the end zone.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
He'll bring it out. It's John. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be thrown to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Jones wants to throw it. Using the quick game.
And this offense is going to have to be more of this, right? They're going to have to be aggressive, attack the sidelines. They're going to need some big plays, trailing late in this football game, but they've also got to be smart and be mindful of the clock.
The Cowboys will have it 1st and 10.
3:25.
To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Just a Barishnikov left move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the 1st down.
And they really haven't put the ball in his hands and said, go win the game. Like, it's kind of been balanced, but this offense, down the stretch, this is a great indication for this offense because he's making a play through the air in a big moment. Gonna need more of it.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's John. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10.
Defense just can't cover this guy. We've seen it all game long, whether it's man coverage, zone coverage, double coverage. They cannot find an answer for him. He's already got over 150 yards.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got it down the middle. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I just think for the offense, at this situation of the game, in the 4th quarter down in possession, you can be a bit more aggressive and throw the ball vertically down the field. Challenge this secondary. Force them to make plays and to play clean without pass interference.
3rd down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Jones to throw. Makes the catch. Brings into the open. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick completion on the out. Headed to the end zone. Pistol spider and touchdown Cowboys. And in the final moments, they come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here.
We're gonna do this. We got this. Right there, we can do it.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He'll set up to throw. Bring in the heat. They get to him as he throws.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Wants to pass, the clock an enemy. Looking down the middle. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. And I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Wants to throw on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. To the air on second down. He wants a big play here late. Hits him inside the 20, still going. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And this to lock things up late. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. And he's just going to spike it. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And with 2 seconds left, their last chance to send it to overtime. Just drives it between the uprights. And the 3 ball gives us a tie. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime.
And remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, in the second overtime, a 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the tight end. Working the big fella to the corner. And thank goodness for those new age throwing techniques. It takes wear and tear off your arm because it ought to be tired by now over 450.
This guy can throw from all the different arm slots and arm angles he wants, Reese, but the end result is always the same. Completions and touchdowns. This dude's a machine.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. Makes the catch and gets the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. With the catch, it's John. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved the touchdown.
The defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain. But with the ISO play, you'd think they'd get a good running start to get that block. But, boy, I tell you what, they took care of business there. The defense did.
Took care of business. You see the pulling guard come around, and the defense is not fooled, attacking downhill. Nobody's getting knocked off the football, and the defense is not allowing them to run the football right up the gut.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And every time he gets brought down, everybody kind of gasps for a second because you're already on quarterback number 2, and you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright and the least amount of hits as possible because you definitely don't want to go to QB number 3.
3rd and goal, and they have to find a way to get a touchdown. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Looking to get in. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Jones wants to throw it. Going for 6. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
They don't want to play another overtime. They'll try to win it or lose it on a 2-point conversion. Wants to pass. They didn't make it. Pushed all the chips to the middle of the table for the 2-point try, and they get nothing. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.